Happy New Year. Well, coming up pretty quick anyways. And whether you're going to have, a real New Year's party or a virtual party on Zoom or something, you got to have some good snacks on hand. And one of them is pate. Well, this time, what I've got here is a salmon and caper pate with wasabi butter on top of it. So what you've got is basically you've got the salmon and capers, lots of capers in it, a pate in the base, and then on top of it, we floated a wasabi butter. And it's so easy to make. And then you just toss it in the refrigerator, let it set up, bring it out when you're ready to party. Look at that. Let's have some of that. Oh, I'm looking forward to New Year's already. All right, this is really super easy to make. Just grab the food processor, I'm gonna zip this up. Let's go in the kitchen and make some right now. Now, to make this pate, very few ingredients are required. We actually have here is 2 6-ounce or 170 gram cans of salmon. So canned salmon, that's, they boil it first, it's cooked salmon in a can. Then over here I've got 3 tablespoons of capers. I love capers. They go so good with salmon. And then butter. We actually have 2 quarter cup and quarter cup of butter. So in total a half a cup of butter, but we need a quarter cup in the pate and a quarter cup is going on top in the wasabi butter. For that we have the wasabi, 1 teaspoon of wasabi, and that is basically just, it comes in a tube. We call it hon wasabi, real wasabi. And you should be able to get this in the Asian food section of basically any supermarket. This stuff is quite popular, so easy enough to get. Over here, I've got 1 teaspoon of cracked peppercorns. Now, all I've done with cracked peppercorns, put them on the cutting board and use a rolling pin to crack them up a bit. It's not the most fun thing to do, but it doesn't take that long actually. So, and it does add an extra texture with the crackingness. Crackingness, that's a word, yeah. All right, so we're going to use the food processor. What I want to do here is just dump in all of the salmon. Well, this salmon, by the way, just so you know, has been drained. So if you get it in a can, there's a lot of water in that, do drain that off. You just want the salmon only. A lot of canned salmon has bones and stuff in it, but that's already been cooked, so it's fantastic. We just could chop it all up. So put that in there. I'm going to throw this on, give this a bit of a chop, puree it a couple times. All right, that's already looking like a mush in there. You can see that. All right, so now the next thing I want to do is I want to add in one of these quarter cups of butter. Put that in there. Let's get all that butter in there. I don't waste any of that good stuff. All right, and then I'm going to hit it again with the food processor. Now I just want to puree it until it's nice and smooth. You might need to go in there a couple times, just scrape it down a bit. Get that all to mix in there nicely. Let's just do that one more time. Right, now what you've got, you can see here, is just this beautiful pink pate. All right, what I want to do now, I'm going to get a bowl out here on the counter, because we're going to mix these. We don't want to mix that up in the food processor. We're going to chop up the capers. I want the whole capers. Oh, look at that little piece fell here. Oh, that's good. All right, I want the whole capers in there. So let's get all this into a bowl. All right, so that's basically done. We can get that out of the way for now. Let's bring this over here. You can go too. All right, what I want to do now is I want to add in the capers and the cracked peppercorns. And then just going to blend those in there. Now, got this bowl here. It's got That might be just a little bit big. I used something else before. I used some ramekins. So you can do this in a ramekin or any small container you've got on hand, small dish. So you're going to put that down here. Actually, in a way, it's going to be good because it's going to be quite thin this time, which means more coverage of, wasabi butter. And now I'm going to do just smooth it out in here. Spread that around, get that nice and smooth. A good smooth surface so the butter will go evenly across there. All right, that's looking pretty decent. Now, what I want to do, let's get that out of the way. It's kind of messy looking. All right. It's actually going to be helpful if I use my bigger of the two things here. So let's move the butter over into this one. And then I'm going to take, oh yeah, that was good. I'm going to take this wasabi and mix that into the butter. And just kind of slowly whisking it into there. And now what I want to do, just pour it across the top here. And so you get wasabi and butter coating everything. Beautiful. We're not quite even over here. Get in there. And there we go. That's it. That's all there is to it. Pretty easy to make. I'm going to put this in the fridge now. Chill it down until that butter solidifies on top there. The pate itself is more solid. Mwah. And enjoy that later. So, fantastic as one of your dishes for like a New Year's party, Boxing Day party. I guess what is it? That was yesterday, wasn't it? Okay, no, the day before yesterday. All right, so, I mean, not this year's Boxing Day party. But, you know, it's party season. So having pate on hand, fantastic. Now, if you like this recipe and you want more, well, there's a lot more Kuma's Kitchen recipes here on YouTube. They're all original recipes developed by me over the years, and some, like this one, is a newer development. And just go and check out all the videos. Also, make sure you subscribe because every Monday there's a new original Kevin Riley Kuma's Kitchen video coming out, and recipe video. And if you're not yet a patron, well, consider becoming one because, you know, for as little as $3 a month, you can be supporting the creation of more and more of these original recipes, original recipe videos, and also you get all kinds of cool stuff that the patrons are getting right now at patreon.com. Yeah, link is down below. All right, so now go make this delicious pate, have a good New Year's, and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.